Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold the microphone, and then these two ladies are just going to give some insight.
So,
no. All right, go ahead.
He's gonna hold the mic.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you about Colby as a young boy, okay?
Let's try this one more time.
We are out on the street, Sundance 2011, helping people understand their dreams.
And we believe that that God speaks to us through our dreams, and so we're using that to help people understand maybe a message that God has for them.
Many of the people that we're talking to have had dreams that are of a spiritual nature.
My dream is I'm driving a car.
I looked into the kitten's eyes and I saw myself.
Trying to steal the money from the pirate, and I had it.
Some have to do with deep callings and things that have been placed on them, just exactly the way how they're designed.
I was on a dock, on a lake, and I was actually watching myself on the dock. And I remember seeing a killer whale in the water coming up towards me on the dock. But then the killer whale jumps over the dock and swallows me.
Was there any feelings of like worry or anxiety because you're like sitting in the dock, you see the whale, it's coming at you, or were you just like, oh, okay?
No,
here comes
was.
Shamu.
Yes, there was a little. Yeah, Free Willy, right?
Free Willy.
There was a little bit anxiety, worry for it. I think right now, too, in my life, there's been some worry and anxiety.
I think the whale represents, obviously, a whale's something big. With the name killer whale,
Right.
Seems to be a little intimidating and frightening. And there may be something big in your life or that you're facing, and you see it coming. But all the while, you're seeing that danger coming at you, feeling as if it's going to swallow you up,
Right.
and overpower you and overtake you. In my mind, there doesn't need to be any fear on your part.
Okay.
Maybe an awareness of
Okay.
what that killer whale may represent in your life.
Okay.
But not an anxiety or a worry, because you're the one behind the camera and you're in control
Right.
of
Okay.
what gets to be seen.
I feel like there's maybe a fear of ability. And
Oh my God, that's so weird you say that, because I think myself, I tend to doubt my abilities big time. So to hear that, that's fantastic.
Don't worry about it, because everything that you need in order to become who you want to be is already there. It's just a matter of walking it out and allowing the journey to take place.
Wow, that's thank you. God, that's great.
My last dream was actually about my son. He was running across the street by my mother's house, and I seen a bunch of cars, and he was just running, and no cars actually hit him. But I was, just looking at my son, and I seen my brother saying, "Go, run, quick, go get your son." And as I was running towards him, I remember I was avoiding all the traffic. And at the moment that I got to him, I see my brother running behind him, and I threw him this way, but I got hit by the car and I woke up.
When you woke up from it, were you sensing like you needed to do something, or you know what I mean? Because obviously, like, it stuck with you.
Yeah, it was a fear. Yeah, more of a fear, like trying to take care of my son type of thing.
Are you currently with your son?
No.
Okay. All right. That's what the dream kind of speaks, is that you were willing, even though you're not with him, to sacrifice aspects of your life, or probably even your whole life, for your son. So this dream is come to tell you and just to remind you that you're a good dad, man. No matter what the crap was that happened or whatever, you're a good dad, and you got a responsibility with your boy. And let me tell you, he is a boy who loves you. All right.
You're a good dad, despite all the drama that's probably happened and whatever's kept you from him. And just encouraging you to keep pressing into that and showing your son that you love him, no matter what the cost.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Vinny, I just want to add one more thing, man. Just little boys need their daddies. All right, little boys need their daddies.
I had this dream a long time ago, and Jesus is in the classroom, at the front of the classroom, with this dead kid. He's dead. And Jesus takes his hand up to the dead kid and puts his hand and makes the ancient language come out of the kid's mouth. And the dead kid's come walking up by himself. And I grabbed the dead kid just like this, and I says, tell my nephew Mark I'll see him in heaven. And the dead kid goes, why tell me that? I'm not going nowhere. I'm not dead. And then Jesus went by and just looked at me.
I think that dream has to do with bringing life into something, like resurrecting something in you, I think.
You and I spoke for a moment beforehand, just a little bit about spirituality. But you know what? When you got to see Jesus pray for that boy or bring that boy back to life, and we know that you have music inside of you, I would go as far as to say that that dream was also something getting you on track and knowing that the music that you're going to write is going to help restore and heal and bring life to people that might be spiritually dead. And I think that's a deep calling dream, and I think that's why it is stuck with you and why you remember it so vividly. I think that God has placed music inside of you, and that this music is going to bring life to people. So let me encourage you with this, man. You are walking in your design. You are walking in the way how Jesus made you. All right? And you need to know that you're on the right track. And I know that sometimes you feel like you're the only one. All right? And sometimes you feel like you might be an outcast, man. But I think this is a divine appointment that we get to sit here and talk with you and just talk to you about that dream. So we just want to say bless you with that, man.
When you touch someone, when you see that it has meant something to them, you know, sharing something and it opened up something for them and they're going, yes, that's exactly what that is.
And just loving on people.
Yeah.
That in and of itself, where we can get over ourselves and just go out and share the love that we've been given, that's a success. Story or no story.